What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I just want to say thank y'all for sticking and staying with me. This journey has been quite a learning experience. All good things. So I love that I'm learning new stuff, learning how to balance this new journey, and it's been fun. But I have a couple videos planned for this week, so I'm happy about that. Well, this and one other video. So y'all stick and stay. Definitely, if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and consider subscribing, because I do want to get this stuff in front of as many people as possible. So, happy Perspective Monday. I'm so happy to finally be able to say that to you guys here on YouTube. And what a Perspective Monday video to start with. I have my friend, mentor, just a good person. He's a CEO, a best-selling author, a keynote speaker, and we have him here talking to us and giving us gems for free. Jeb, shout out to you. Thank you, Jeb. To give y'all a little prequel, so to speak, to this video, I didn't tell Jeb what the question was prior to hitting record. I wanted him to react live on the spot. I didn't want him to think about his answer. I wanted to get his authentic reaction. So that's what you guys are going to get to experience. And basically how this whole thing started is a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at this point, I got a message on Facebook, and this person asked me a question, because I work in the entertainment business. If you don't know, they asked me a question that we'll talk about in a second here. And it was from an artist's perspective. And I was like, hey, are you cool with me making this a Perspective Monday video and keeping you anonymous? They agreed. And then I made the video on Facebook. And then it came to him, I was like, man, I'm working with Jeb. Jeb knows his stuff as it relates to sales. I feel like this is a sales question. Let me ask him. So that's how we got to this point. And man, did he drop some gems. So you guys are going to get tremendous value from this. Shout out to you, Jeb. Man, gems, just gems. So you guys enjoy the video. Take notes. Again, if you're enjoying it, all I ask is that you drop me a comment. Let me know what you got from it. Hit the like button and consider subscribing, because more stuff like this is coming. So happy Perspective Monday once again. I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Peace. So what's up, beautiful people? I am here with Jeb Blount. Jeb is the CEO and founder of Sales Gravy. Jeb is what I would call a sales guru. We just got done wrapping up his video, Virtual Selling, which was amazing. If you're into sales, I highly recommend it. The audiobook is pretty good. No, and I'm not saying that just because I worked on it. How many books have we worked on thus far?
Eight books.
8 books
Yep.
thus far. And I've been able to grab something from each and every book. I'm always able to get something, even though I don't necessarily work in sales, but at the same time, I think we all kind of work in sales. You're always selling yourself to somebody, right? So Jeb, I wanted to ask you, so the other day I got online, and so I do this thing called Perspective Monday every Monday, where I jump on Facebook, sometimes YouTube, wherever, and I talk to people and just get a question and kind of try to answer that question to the best of my ability. So a week ago, an artist reached out to me, and they were like, hey, because they know I work in the entertainment business. So the question was, do you think it's possible to grow a huge following without having a presence on social media? And my question back to them was, first of all, do you want to do this as a hobby, or do you want to make this a business? Because I truly believe that if you're an artist, you are a business, so long as you want to do this for real and it's not a hobby. So it got me to thinking, if they're a business, they have to also be in the sales business. So my question for you, Jeb, is, do you think it's possible to sell something to someone without building some type of personal rapport? Because to me, that's how I view the question. They don't want to have a social media presence, so nobody has that personal access to them, so they don't feel connected to them. But they want to sell to people. Do you think that's possible? And what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think you're exactly right. I mean, first of all, if you're going to sell anything, people need to be connected to the thing that you're selling.
Right.
Whether it's a brand, so they're emotional about the brand.
Yeah.
People are emotional about Coca-Cola, for example.
Right.
They advertise all the time, or it's a human being. So could you build a big following without being on social media? I think probably yes. If you had to spend a lot of money on advertising, you'd probably have to if you're say you're an artist or a musician, you'd have to tour a lot, so you meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
So because you still have to have that personal sort of
Right.
relationship with
Right.
them, and you know, you could, if you have really good content and you're getting it pushed out by other people, then you could certainly do that. And there are
Right.
people who have built big brands without having a presence on social media. But here's the problem: it's really expensive. So you
Right.
either have to be
Right.
like an absolute total savant, like your stuff is so good that
Yeah.
people have to have it, or you've got massive word of mouth.
Yeah.
So think, we go to music, think Grateful Dead, right? So the
Right.
Grateful Dead probably would have never been on social media.
Yeah.
That would have been their thing, but they had this massive following that they built
Right.
over time. But they built that over a 20-year period, not just
Exactly.
instantly.
Right.
So in our book recording today, we were talking about social media, and we were talking about familiarity and why familiarity is so important. That's the personal connection. People see you, they get to know you,
Yeah.
you feel comfortable for them. And the easiest, fastest way to do that today is social media, because you can get out there so quickly. You can be involved in people's lives. And, you know, even as an author, you know, there are some times, and, you know, I've written a lot of books, and in my little niche, you know, I have a pretty big fan base.
Right.
Sometimes it gets a little bit old because I got everybody in the world asking me a question or showing up, and they think that they know me enough so they can just, you know, jump into my
Right.
life. And,
Yeah.
and I get that. On the other hand, you know, you imagine, like, authors, if you go back 30 years, nobody had that type of a connection with an author. You couldn't interact with them. And now my fan base, I'm a human being, I'm a person, I'm a real human being. And so when people interact with me, I'm able to make a connection.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, I know that connection has that person go tell other people, hey, go buy this because I talked to this guy and he's a real
Right.
person.
Yeah.
So I think the premise of, you know, could you build a big fan base without that? Yeah, you can. It's going to be real expensive, and it's
Right.
going to take a long time.
Right.
And B, isn't it better that you have that type of personal connection? Because I think that's the difference between what a fan base was, say, 20 years ago and what a fan base is today. It's they want that authentic you, and they want to connect with you, and they want to believe that, you know, you're a real human being. And that's what I think.
Yeah, and I agree 100% because, and I also want your thoughts on when, and you know, I work in entertainment business, and I know you're slowly getting into the business in a different way slightly, but as much as you know about artists, do you feel like an artist is a business? Am I right in saying that? Is that a right estimation in your opinion?
Well, if it's not a business, it's a hobby. And if it's a hobby, you're not making any money. So if you're an artist and this is where your passion lies, and I am an artist, I am in the entertainment business.
Right.
I regularly stand in front of a really large crowd
True enough.
and I speak. So I'm no different than, I mean, I'm not a comedian, but I mean, it's the same sort of a shtick, right?
Yeah.
It's one person talking to a group of people.
Right.
So I am entertainment. And if this is your passion, then it's a business, and you need to treat it like the business. And the moment that you quit treating it like a business is the moment that you fail or other people take advantage of you. So one of those things, those two things are going to happen. So, and your brand is you. Your brand is your face. Your brand is your music. Your brand is your name. And you need to protect your brand, and you need to protect your business that way. So yeah, you know, people, if you're dabbling in it, like if you just want to do this for fun, there's nothing wrong with having a hobby.
Right.
But at that point, it's not really a business, and you're never going to take it seriously.
Right. So there you have it, folks. I just wanted to get the opinion of somebody I respect and look up to. Jeb is that person, one of those people in my life. And, you know, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a perspective of somebody who is in the industry, but in a different way, and someone who knows what they're talking about as it relates to sales. Definitely go and look up Jeb. He has the track record to prove it, because I don't want it to ever just come from me, because I'm always just giving my opinion, of course. And I don't have a huge track record, but Jeb has the track record to prove it. So that's it. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right. How was that? I know you guys got some good stuff from that, because I got some good stuff from that. And what's funny is, after talking to Jeb, after stopping the recording, me and Jeb talked for like another 20 minutes afterwards. And in my mind, I was like, man, I wish I was recording this. But sometimes, you know, those side conversations, that's where you get the real gems. But I'll definitely have Jeb back on the channel, so don't even worry about it. But guys, thank you guys for tuning into this first Perspective Monday video. You know, this is already one of my favorites, just because I love when I get to, tap into my friends and mentors who are really doing this thing. Jeb is a big deal. Like, go ahead and Google Jeb. Jeb is a big deal. So to get him to speak on this topic, I hope all the artists watching learn something, and remember, it just comes back to whatever you want. What do you want? Don't think that you have to do the things we're talking about in this video, or any video for that matter. Assess what you want and do the things necessary to get what you want. So that's all I'll say. This was all about Jeb. Happy Perspective Monday again, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace. Oh wait, see, still amateur mode. Before I end this video, again, please consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video. That's all I ask. If you didn't, then don't subscribe. If you did, consider subscribing and hit the like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know what you got from it. Let me know what you want to see on Perspective Monday. And that's it. See y'all next week, and we have another video coming this week. Peace.